Actor Nate Torrence joining us live to talk about his new show, Weird Loners. Nate, what's up?
What's up?
Give me some of
that. How you doing, buddy? Blow it.
Own show.
well,
there's other people on it too. There's other people on it.
But I'll call it my own show.
Now, we're embracing you, even though you know you're from Ohio.
I
and
know.
You're in Michigan
I'm close
right
enough,
now.
man. Midwest represent.
We got to show you love.
There we go.
Gotta show
I love
you
it.
love.
I'll receive that love.
Kent State as well.
Yeah.
Now, talk about having your own show. You're going around, you're promoting your show.
Yeah.
What does that feel like? You've been on other shows, but this is your own deal.
It's crazy. Yeah, I've been lucky enough. I feel like I've always been on a show that was someone else's show, like The Best Friend or something. So it's kind of cool to be in something where you're feeling a little bit more ownership, a little bit more fear, but it makes you a little bit more scared. Feels like before you could blame someone else. Now you're like, ooh.
You trained at Second City, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Who did you train with?
It was really
biggies
cool.
there when you were there?
Yeah, they were actually. I actually finished my my semester at Kent and moved to Chicago after seeing Tina Fey on main stage. It's Rachel Dratch, basically all the 30 Rock people. Scott Adsit. They were doing. It was the first time I ever saw improv live, and I saw it and kind of freaked out. And I was like, Mom, Dad, I think I want to move to Chicago and and go for it.
Kent State grad, huh?
There we go. I didn't make it. I dropped out.
You made it all the way to Hollywood.
There we go. That's all that matters.
Go to Second City.
Yeah, Second City brought me.
What did you learn from a Tina Fey when you're watching her on stage? Or did you get a chance to interact with her at all?
Yeah, no, you know, she did a couple workshops as well, and it was
she like a, you better do this, Rob?
No, not at all. She was just so fast. No. Like, no, she's like the sweetest and smartest person in the world. But yeah, like that idea of watching how fast, how quick, how just being in the moment you can be. I think that's what it's all about. And you kind of know what that feels like, just to be in the moment. You're on live TV.
I try. I show up. Talk about Weird Loners, because that could mean a multitude of things.
Yeah.
What does Weird Loners mean? Yeah,
I think it is definitely a show. There are some, like my character is a little bit more odd, but I don't think it's the weird that everyone wants it to be.
Right.
It's more a relatability thing. It's about, you know, four 30-somethings that are kind of relationship challenged. Like they just haven't been able to make that connection, and that making them feel odd about life. And so they become friends, you know, throughout the midst of it. So yeah,
now with all of these different ways for people to watch product these days, streaming online, you have the other networks to deal with. What do you do to make sure your show is seen? What can you do to, you know, do you get on the Twitter?
Yeah.
I mean, do you tweet?
I come to Detroit.
Represent.
I come to Detroit, baby. No, it is. It's funny how you kind of just let it fly. I think as an actor, the best thing you can do is just try to produce the best stuff you can, and that's your best marketing, is believing in what you're doing and making it as funny as possible, and then get it out there, man.
What do you say to a young Nate that's out there watching TV right now that wants to do a little improv, wants to do a little comedy, to achieve your own show? You had a long road to get there.
Yeah, no, I will say improv is my backbone. I went to LA and didn't have any open doors. You know, it was like didn't have an agent, didn't know anyone. In Second City specifically, that got me my first agent for commercials. And then in commercials, just going in and going off book. I had the moxie to just go for it. Some people hated it, but then I booked jobs where they're like, that kid's just funny, he's crazy.
That's got to be intimidating to like pick up everything and say, I'm going to leave Ohio, I'm leaving everything. Did you have somebody with you at the time?
I married my high school sweetheart.
Nice.
Yeah, and she was the one that kind of pushed for me. I think I would have stayed in Chicago longer, and she's like, let's do it, let's go for it. We literally sold everything we had for money, and I had a little Volkswagen that we pulled behind a Jeep, and whenever we fit in that, we went, and that's a whole freaking story, man. It was nuts.
Your U-Haul trailer was a Volkswagen.
It was a Volkswagen. And I took out a Taco Bell speaker trying to go through a drive-thru in it. In Ohio, I hadn't even made it out of the state.
A souvenir to take with you.
Exactly.
All right, now people are going to tune into Weird Loners. If you could say the commercial's getting ready to end, your show is getting ready to start, in the minds of the viewers out there before they watch the premiere on March the 21st, what do you want them to think right before your show hits the air?
Oh man, laugh a lot, man.
Sorry,
laugh
March
a lot.
31st.
Yeah, laugh a lot. It's a good ride, and they're good characters. That's what I'm proud of. Nothing's better than being funny and have heart, and that's what our show has.
Now, I watched a little bit of this show, and it is very funny, man. And you do a good job at it.
Thank you.
March 31st is your opportunity to see Weird Loners, and they're not weird. They're loners. It's a little weird.
Aren't we all weird?
Funny.
Yeah, exactly. We're all weird.
Weird, funny. Boom.
Nail it.
That interview just happened.
Drop it.
That just
going to drinks.
March 31st, Weird Loners right here on Fox. Jason, over to you.